غرباء 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 غرباء.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين. أصلي وأسلم على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. ثم أما بعد، السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. أهلا وسهلا ومرحبا في درس اللغة العربية لغير الناطقين بها. أغلقوا الكتب أيها الإخوة. What is the one that knows raises his finger? That means you have to raise your finger all the time. If you recapped and did your revision, you have to raise your finger the whole time now. Every question I ask. What is look to the notice board? نعم، انظر إلى اللوحة. Read the timetable. تفضل. نعم، اقرأ الجدول الدراسية. The study is 5 days in the week. طيب تفضل. نعم، الدراسة 5 أيام في الأسبوع. The holiday is Thursday and Friday. يوم الخميس ويوم الجمعة. العطلة يوم الخميس ويوم الجمعة. How do you say write the subjects that you study? تفضل. اكتب المواد الدراسية. Islamic culture. الثقافة الإسلامية. الثقافة الإسلامية. Maths. No, الرياضة is sports. الرياضيات. الرياضيات. Science. العلوم. and IT. الحاسوب. الحاسوب. When start the examens? متى تبدأ الاختبارات؟ Very good. متى تبدأ الاختبارات؟ And then you say in the month. And then you say the month that comes before the month of Ramadan. في شهر شعبان. في شهر شعبان. How do you say the holiday is 3 months? The holiday is 3 months. You know, Akhmizan, the holiday is 3 months. Shahr is 1 month. Shahr is single form. العطلة 3 أشهر. العطلة 3 أشهر. So أشهر is the jama' of shahr. The holiday is long. Al-utlatu tawilatun. Very good. The lesson started. نعم. بدأت الحصة. It's past tense. بدأت. It's بدأت, but because of the two sukoons, بدأتي. بدأت الحصة. The lesson is الحصة. What's the plural of lesson? حصص. حصص. حصة and حصص. What's let's go? هيا بنا. The University of Damascus. جامعة دمشق. جامعة دمشق. How does a woman says I'm a student in the university, and then you say the famous university Mecca. أنا طالبة in في جامعتي. It's جامعة, but because of the في is a preposition. في جامعتي yes, أم القرى. What is قرى? is mother. Villages, قرى. One village is قرية. One village is قرية. قرى is the jama', the plural form. The mother of the villages. How do you say, in which faculty do you study? في أي. After أي it's always kasra. في أي كلية you study. تدرس. And if it was a woman, تدرسين.
Ustadh, you know, from normally speaking, do I have to put the two kasras after أي, or does it still make sense if I just say في أي what was it? كلية. So I just say كلية تدرس.
Without saying كلية.
Yeah.
No, you remove the two kasra at the end of the verb, the end of the sentence, of the phrase, not in the middle. Okay, that's the proper way to pronounce it. I study in the faculty of medicine. أدرس نعم, to become a doctor. نعم. Very good. أدرس في كلية الطب. أدرس في كلية الطب. I'm going to become a doctor إن شاء الله. سأكون طبيبة إن شاء الله. يعني female. Otherwise it's طبيبا. سأكون طبيبا or طبيبة إن شاء الله. Why it's طبيبا with two fatha? Because you can answer with what? I'm going to become what? It can also be muhandisan, engineer. How do you say I'm going to become a teacher? Akh Qasim, inshallah. There are 3 Arabic words for teacher, so it's very easy to. Mudarrisan. It's mudarrisun, but here it's mudarrisan because of the what question? Or ustadan or mualliman. Inshallah. I'm going to become, Akh Yusuf, how do you say? I'm going to become an imam, inshallah. Naam, inshallah. We hope that for you and for all of us. I go to the school. I go. Not I study, I go. أذهب to. نعم أذهب إلى المدرسة. If this was not the end of the sentence, we have to say إلى المدرسة because إلى is a preposition. Okay? To where do you go? أو غسان. How do you say that? What's to? No. How do you start with to where do you go? To? Where? No, what's where? نعم. So إلى أين do you go? To where do you go? Yes. إلى أين تذهب يا غسان? You know, ya is when you call. You call a person. They call it harfun nida in the Arabic language. And the word after it, they call it ismul munada. And what important is only to know now is that when it comes to a name of a person, because you say a name, okay? If it's a woman name has always what? One dhamma. All woman name, one dhamma. You never see a woman name where you say Aishatun, Fatimatun. All woman name has one dhamma. And all male name has two dhamma. Muhammadun, Rashidun, Khalidun. You don't say Muhammadu. I'm talking about the general rule, not the exceptions. But the issue is when this ya comes in the name, then it take one of the two dhamma. So when it comes in a woman name, there happens nothing. Why not? Why not? When it comes in a woman name, nothing happens. Why? It's already with one dhamma, the woman name. But when it comes in the male name, what happens? It takes what? One fatha? No, one dhamma. Okay, brothers? The time is early. How do you say the time is early? That's late. متأخر. مبكر. You mix it. You mix the late and the early, you get then that. نعم. The time is early. الوقت مبكر. الوقت مبكر. Inshallah, the new vocabulary, the many new vocabulary we're going to get now, that's going to wake you up, inshallah. Because it's really serious, my brothers. Yeah. SubhanAllah, new chapter is really... SubhanAllah, the 8th chapter, brothers, I don't want to scare you. Lakin is يعني خير inshallah, you will see yourself inshallah. How do you say, how many lessons do you study in the day? تفضل. How many lessons do you study in the day? Kam is how many? And Kam has his rules, so he knows. Kam darsan or? Kam, never plural. Kam hissatan. After Kam, always two fatha and single form. So, you come maybe with a few books in your bag. We want to say how many books do you have in the bag. In English, you say books. But in Arabic, after how many Kam, you don't say kutub. Kutub is books. You say kitab. And then with two fatha. This is the second condition. Kam kitaban. These are aqlam, the plural of pen. You want to say how many? Kam qalaman. Qalamun is one, and then with the two fatha. طيب. Kam hissatan do you study in the day? نعم. Do you go by bus? How do you say that? هل تذهب بالحافلة? No, I go by car. نعم. اللهم بارك. طيب. How do you say, what do you do in the break? What's what? Mada. Ma or mada? Here it's mada. Ma is like what with, what's your name? Masmuka. But the other mada is just mada. What? Now, mada, you do. What's you do? You masculine. Ibrahim? Yes. ماذا تفعل in. And now the most important, the break. Ibrahim? ماذا تفعل في الاستراحة. What's the break? الاستراحة. الاستراحة. I go to the library. The library. The word book is inside it. The word book is inside library, the word, because in a library there are books. إلى المكتبة. إلى المكتبة. I go to the laboratory. You can help him, طيب? You cannot help him. إلى المختبر. إلى المختبر. What's the lab? المختبر. How do you say, أخ Ibrahim, the school is far from the house? Yes, المدرسة. You know, when you start, it's always Dhamma. Sometimes it's two Dhamma, sometimes it's one Dhamma. It's one Dhamma if you start with Al, because Al can never go with the tanween of the two with the two Dhamma. So al-madrasa two, far. Ba'idun is masculine, but like you know, madrasa two ends with a ta, so it's feminine. Al-madrasa tu ba'idatun. So you are now at the half from An. Yes, Ani. Here it's Ani. From the house. MashaAllah, Anil Bayt. Very good. Because he knows that far distance is An. If we were to say the school is close to the Min, far An. So that's very good that the brother said that. The days of the week. Start with Saturday. Accept. You go back. Al-Ahad. Accept Al-Ahad. Al-Ithnain. Al-Thulatha. It's Al-Thulatha'u. Al-Arbiya'u. But you stop at the end, you say Al-Thulatha. Al-Jumu'ah. Naam. Al-Jumu'ah. Al-Jumu. The meme has also dhamma. Al-Jumu'ah. The ta, if you stop, it changes in a ha, like in the Quranic style. طيب. The first to the 10th. Akh Farhan. The first to the 10th. Feminine. Al-awwalu. But that's masculine. I want the feminine. How do you say the feminine first? Al-ula. No. Who can help him? Athaniya. Now we go back to Farhan. No. Athalitha. Rabia. Strange thing, when you heard it from somebody, then you do like you're thinking, you know, and then you come with it, as you are as if you was the one that. No. طيب. الأولى, الثانية, الثالثة. The rest has to come from itself because it's the same, you know, the way you pronounce it. الثالثة, الرابعة, then الخامسة, السادسة. Look in now. Seventh. السابعة. 8. الثامنة. التاسعة. العاشرة. Repeat them. تفضل. From the first to the 10th.
الأولى، الثانية، الثالثة، الرابعة، الخامسة، السادسة، السابعة، الثامنة، التاسعة، العاشرة.
Very good. And تفضل.
You know, like you can remember the feminine and male because like it's ula and it sounds like what women say, like ooh. But an awal is more like masculine, so it's easy to remember that.
MashaAllah. نعم. And also,
They were saying
we have to know that this أعداد is numbers. But this one they call them أعداد ترتيبية. This is not normal أعداد, not normal numbers. أعداد is numbers, but this أعداد ترتيبية. They give you a feeling of tartib, that there is a tartib. You know, tartib, there is an order. 5th, 6th, 7th. So these ones, if the noun before it is masculine, the number has to be masculine. And feminine, feminine. So we say, as example, the 5th floor. What's a floor? Door. And it's masculine or not? It's masculine. So you say, الدور الخامس. دور masculine, الخامس. But the back, الحقيبة, you have like 5 backs. You say, give me your 5th back. So the 5th back is الحقيبة, الخامس, no, الخامسة, the feminine one. Okay, brothers? We are about to start with the 8th chapter, inshallah, and that's what we're going to do after a bit. What do you see here? Open the books, please. افتحوا الكتب. What do you see? What is the عنوان of this وحدة? What's the عنوان of this وحدة? The عنوان, the title of this وحدة. العمل. What's العمل, brothers? Work. Or the working, because al means the. So this is about al-amal, and that is work. And you need to know this. This is a very important wahda. This is a very important wahda chapter. Why? Because all of us has a niyyah to work. If you're not working now, you have to make the niyyah to work. Nobody, his wish is just to go and sign at the job center. Nobody wants to be like that until he becomes old. All of us want to work, isn't it, brothers? It can be in the dunya field or in the Islamic field. It's both good. You know? So al-amal is the work. And you have to know this. And they have put here in this wahda like some main jobs. You know, main jobs, some main known jobs. And when you visit somebody or you meet somebody in an Arabic country, if he is still like young, you might ask him about his study. But when you see that he's like a 40 years old person, you directly maybe ask after the salam, what kind of work do you do? So we're going to learn these things. So this has also to do with what? With at-ta'aruf. meeting each other. Because when somebody is like old, you might ask him, what kind of work do you do? So you need to know this because to make a dialogue with a person. And because this wahda is not enough to fulfill a lot of vocabulary in terms of jobs, we have to start now by adding some other jobs that are mentioned where? In the back of the book. We need some 16 extra jobs to know. Okay, inshallah? So you go all the way to the end of the book. At page 382. صفحة 382, page 382. We have Jismul Insan at the top. You see Jismul Insan, the body parts, or the body of the human being. But under that, we have Al-Mihan. We have what? Al-Mihan. So, what you're going to write, inshallah, my brothers in Islam, we start by looking to the word Al-Mihan. Al-Mihan, that is the jama'. What is jama'? Occupation is mihan. Two C's. What's al-mihan? Occupations. The occupations.
What is the difference between mihan and mihan?
Okay. Before we go further, my brothers in Islam, we want the single form. This is mihan. Al-mihanu. Occupations. What is the single form? Occupation. Is mihnatun. Okay? It's important because you're going to learn ma mihnatuka. What is your occupation? So don't come with mihan, what is a plural form. Mihnatun is single. So to ask what is your occupation, is just to put ma before. Ma mihnatuka, man. Ma mihnatuki, woman. Mihnati, my mihna, mihnati. Okay, brothers? So write this down. That's before we start with the real, with the occupations, inshallah. What's occupation? Mufrad. What's mufrad? Single form. What's occupation? Mihnatun. If you stop, mihnah. Because this ta, if you end with it, it changes in a ha. Only this one, and which one? And the round one, like the ball. What is occupations? Mihanun or al-mihanu, because if you put al, you remove one dhamma. Brothers in Islam, these are some of the important jobs that we see here. You repeat after me, أيها الإخوة. نجار. It's important, brothers. You have to know. If you open the book of Sahih Muslim, you open Sahih Muslim, okay? You open what? Sahih Muslim. You know Arabic. You go to the virtues of the prophets. there's a chapter about the virtues of the prophets. Sahih Muslim. The Prophet ﷺ said, Kana, what's Kana? Was, yes. Kana Zakaria Najjaran. That's what you see. Zakaria alayhi salam was Kana Najjaran. He was a Najjar. So after knowing this word now, you go back to Sahih Muslim, you say, hey, the Prophet Zakaria was a Najjar. So it's not something to be shy of to be a Najjar. And a Najjar is a very important and good job. And Zakaria alayhi salam was not just like a normal Najjar. He could do, mashallah, very beautiful things with the wood. Not just making something easy. So this shows us that this is a mashallah job. Because the Prophet ﷺ is not going to inform you that Zakaria was a Najjar without any meaning, without any benefit. We cannot imagine. Because the Prophet ﷺ, this is the end of the hadith. Zakaria was a Najjar. There is something in the hadith. It's just not, Prophet's not saying something without any benefit for us. Okay? So there is a meaning. So that's why I say we have to learn this jobs. طيب. Carpenter. Sorry, I didn't even translate this. What's carpenter? Najjar. What's Najjar? Carpenter. Okay, brothers? That's the first one. But let us read them all. Haddadun. Sabbakun. Kahraba'iyun. Banna'un. Muzari'un. Jazzarun. Sa'iqun. Shurtiyun. Tabbahun. Hallaqun. Baqqalun. Mumtaz. Najjarun. What's Najjarun? Carpenter. Haddadun is a blacksmith. Haddadun is a blacksmith. Haddadun is a blacksmith. Sabbakun, the problem is the picture is for some not very clear, and I don't know why they came with this picture. Allahu A'lam. No, Sabbakun is a plumber. It's a plumber. If you go to Saudi Arabia, you say, I want a sabbak, they bring a plumber for you. Nobody else. Sabbak is a plumber. Okay, brothers? Very cheap, alhamdulillah. In Saudi Arabia, mashallah, when something used to happen in the house, the man comes, he makes for you, and at the end he says, do dua for me. I don't want anything. That happens. But in the Netherlands, when my brother called one, my brother said smoke is coming from the oven. So the man came, he opened it. He said, I think it's the chicken, when it becomes hot, the fat is coming. He said when it's hot, is the fat at the side, that's the smoke. 50 pounds. Subhanallah. 50 pounds. Maybe 2 sentences. But in Saudi Arabia, the man says, make dua. Not all of them says that. Sahih. We are not... لكن ما شاء الله, because of the ajr. People believe in ajr and rewards from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And when they see that you are a student, they have more understanding for the situation. So what is sabbakun? Plumber. Kahraba'iyun. Electrician. Kahraba'iyun. Sabbakun is plumber. What's kahraba'iyun? Electrician. And that's why I think it's very important to stop a little bit with this word. What's kahraba'iyun? Electrician. So you can go to the shop to, you can ask, do you know a kahraba'iyun? You say kahraba'i. If you end, you say kahraba'i. Kahraba'i. You don't say kahraba'iyun only like in the middle or the beginning of the sentence. But why do I want to stop here? Because there are nowadays a lot of things are with electricity. And we know what the electrician is. But what is electricity itself? Because this is the very important word nowadays. Because a lot of things are with kaharaba. What is electricity? Write this word, it's very important. You write it like this. Kahraba'un. A lot of us are wishing to make hijrah, inshallah, to a Muslim country. And it might be a Muslim Arabic country or a Muslim non-Arabic country. You understand me? It's not that it has to be Arabic. It can be an Islamic country but a non-Arabic Islamic country. So if it's an Arabic country and you are at home and the electricity is gone off, what do you say? You have to know this word, the electricity. If you say the electricity, how do you say the electricity? Al-kahraba'u. You remove one of the two dhamma. Then we have banna'un. And that is the builder. Very good. What's banna'un? You meet a person, he says, Ana banna'un. Ana banna'un. I am a builder. Okay, brothers? Muzari'un. Farmer. Very good. What's muzari'un? This is like a main job. And I think in every country in the world, they need farmers. So what's muzari'un? Farmer. What's banna'un? Builder. What's jazzarun? Butcher. Yes. Jazzarun. Jazzarun is a butcher. Then the next word or the next mihnatun, occupation, we have to stand a bit with it. And that is sa'iqun. What is sa'iqun? Driver. Sa'iqun, my brother, is driver. The issue is, like the brother said, if you say ana sa'iqun, you say ana ma mihnatuka. What is your mihna? You say ana sa'iqun. I am a driver. It's not clear. It can be sa'iqu al-hafila. It can be a bus. It can be a car. Train. So, you know, sayaratul ujra is taxi. Sayaratul ujra. You know, ujra, you get like something back if you bring a person from A to B. So, sa'iqu sayaratil ujra. Taxi driver. Sa'iqu al-hafila. Bus driver. But just sa'iq is driver. Okay? But it's mostly used. I mean, if you just say ana sa'iq, people think directly it's car because it's mostly. Okay, brothers? Like private, you know, private driver. This a lot in Saudi Arabia. They say that if a family has 3 children, the government gives them the right to have a driver. They have to pay them. The government is not going to pay you, your driver, but you can take a foreigner as a driver to bring your kids to school. You understand me? So you speak with those foreigners. He say, ana sa'iq. You know, it's like a private driver. But a'udhu billah, it becomes a problem when you see sisters alone with this driver. The daughter of this man in a car with the driver. A'udhu billah. Then the shaitan is the third. You understand me? That kind of things are happening also sometimes. May Allah guide them. Shortiyun, policeman. What's shortiyun? Policeman. And here we have to stop a bit, because what is the police station? Shortatun. Shortatun. I can remove this. Brothers, this is important. You might be in a situation during the Hajj or during the Umrah where you might say and regret that you didn't learn this word. You might be in a situation, and don't think everybody knows English in Saudi Arabia. You might be in a situation that you think, I had to learn that word when I had the chance. So what is police station? Shortatun. Shortatun. Okay? Police station. What is the policeman himself? Shortiyun. Okay, brothers?
Why do you say shurtiyun instead of shurti?
Shorty is the end of the sentence. Shorty. But in the beginning of middle of the sentence, shortiyun.
So you can say huwa shurtiyun.
Huwa shorty. If that's the end, huwa shorty. Just like the Quran, when you stop at the end. Then we go to tabakhun. Chef or cook. Is it good? Cook. Cook. Matbakh, mashallah. What is kitchen? So he's a chef. What is chef? Na'am. Mashallah, this job is jayyid, akhi. It's important. If you say tabakh, like I said, it can be in a mat'am. What's mat'am? Restaurant. It can be in a funduq, in a hotel. Yani tabakh. Mashallah, tabakh is really jayyid. I wanted to be, when I was like small, when I was a child, I was dreaming about it, like alhamdulillah. Allah I don't say Allah guided me, because then it seems like it's haram, you know. I changed my way. So tabakh is from matbakh. Very good. Who's tabakh here? Yeah, professional. Because we're thinking about setting up a barbecue maybe in the summer, inshallah, with the brothers. You're tabakh. Your father is tabakh, eh? MashaAllah. MashaAllah. طيب. If brothers want to put up a barbecue, we have to, organize, inshallah. Naam. Because next week might be the last week. Alaikum salam. I mean, by next week we end the half of the book, bi'idnillah, inshallah, by the end of next week. So then what? Then we might take a break for a week, and then we go further, inshallah. Okay, brothers? So, brothers in Islam, what's halaqun? Barber. What's halaqun? Barber. Hairdresser. You've seen that a lot. You know, when you go from the haram in Mecca, when you go out, you see a lot of them, row, shops. Halaqun. What's halaqun? Barber. Yahamukallah. You can put hairdresser or barber, same. Some use blades. Naam. You can also just shorten your hair. Naam. The Prophet ﷺ did 3 times dua for the muhalliqeen, those who shave their head, and he did 1 dua for the muqassirin, the one that just shorten. But it has to be from all the sides, not just take one and then you think you are from them. You know, the scholars, they talk about that. They say muqassirin, no, you don't want to. No, no. If you shorten, it has to be from all the sides of the hair. نعم.
So, Rasta is not with Arab. Rasta.
Rasta. You know, haram is a big word, but I know it's haram to be like the kuffar. To I don't give like a verdict that somebody who looks like that he's but the Prophet ﷺ, what he prohibited in shaving the head, like in Sunan al-Tirmidhi, نهى النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم عن القزع. The Prophet ﷺ prohibited al-qaza'. It's haram in Islam. Al-qaza', even if it's a child. Al-qaza' is shaving a part of the head and leaving a part. That's not allowed in Islam. Sheikh Al-Albani said the hadith is authentic. So you have you shave hair at the sides and you leave, or you shave in hair and leave hair, but you don't see that much maybe, Everything has to be one level. Everything has to be what? One level. Otherwise, it's being called al-qaza. And as the hadith says clearly, it's not allowed. And the Prophet saw a child having that, and he said that this is not allowed. So even if it's a child.
I would actually shave your head to make it very broad.
Shave your beard.
Like,
No, you're not allowed. أوفوا اللحى, Sahih Muslim, أوفوا اللحى, leave the beard, don't touch. The only difference is hair, beneath. Don't start here, that's not to start here. So, to be honest with yourself, start here. When it goes beneath, then Ibn Umar radiallahu anhu and the scholars after Sheikh Al-Albani says allowed. The Hanafi, but the strong opinion of Imam al-Nawawi and a lot of scholars with them is just leave, because Prophet ﷺ, 5 riwayat, 5 different riwayat, all those words means leave, don't touch. Awfu means don't touch, yani leave. But some said no, because some of the Sahaba, Abu Huraira, I think Abu Huraira also, but I'm sure Ibn Umar did it. But anyway, brothers, just leave.
what about that too?
Huh?
Can you leave your mustache as well?
No. Juzzu shawarib. The Prophet ﷺ told clearly, cut the mustache. Cut the mustache. Allahu alam.
So that hadith you mentioned about in Tirmidhi, what Azad also said not to shave the side and that. Does that also include like some people may not shave it, they may trim the side but leave the top not long? Does that hadith still
Yes, yeah. That's trimming the sides is not allowed if you have on the top more.
So it means to be
One level, all the sides. Brothers in Islam, we have only one mihna left, and that is baqalun. What's baqalun? Grocer. Barakallahu fiqh. Who has been to Saudi Arabia? Allahumma barik, may Allah accept Umrah or something. Haven't you seen a lot in every street almost this? Look, this, brothers. Baqalatun. Say, baqalatun. This is what? Grocery. This is the shop. The grocery. No, that's makhbazatun. Makhbazatun is bakery. Baqalatun is grocery. It's not big. It's not like the supermarket, but they have like the bread, the milk, the eggs, the small things. It's baqalatun. It's very spread in the Arabic world. Baqalatun. Ana adhabu ila al-baqala. I go to the baqala. And the man that works there, he's the baqalun. Okay, brothers? Yes, the corner shop, yes.
No, sorry, I need some like
Grocery.
zip store, like over there, like
No. You have one French shop that's been called Carrefour. Carrefour. That is in Saudi Arabia, and I've seen it in Indonesia. But Saudi Arabia, they have their own like big supermarkets. Very big, mashallah. Most of the things that you have here, or a lot, they have it there also. No. Shopkeeper, the one that works in a shop. Allahu a'lam. You know, أنا أعمل في الدكان. I work in the shop. الدكان is the shop. Other word that we will learn inshallah in the Al-Arabiyyah Bayna is mahal. Mahal is also shop. You can say, no, suq is like market. Mahal and dukan. These two are shop. Mahal, mahallun and dukanun. So you can say, أنا عامل في الدكان. أنا عامل. What's عامل? Worker. أنا عامل في الدكان. أنا عامل في المحل. So in that way, I know how to say it. But if there is a specific word for shopkeeper, Allahu a'lam. Brothers in Islam, open the books at the new chapter. Al-Wahda al-Jadida. The new chapter, أيها الإخوة. MashaAllah. Brothers in Islam, when I just think about the fact that we have only 2 times Arabic in a week, you know, when I just came to the UK and start teaching Arabic, I refused to teach Arabic less than 4 times a week, because I know the benefit is minimum with 2 times a week. Even 3 times a week, I refused. The brothers, I teach them now 3 times a week, they used to come 4 times a week. Maybe I came a bit weaker but 2 times is a big problem. And some of the brothers that I teach, learning now 2 times a week, they complained to me that, you know, the week is long and you forget maybe. But my hope is that you are doing something at home. I think that you do that. I'm not sure. Only Allah knows. But when I ask you like these questions, when we started just now with recapping the 7th chapter, I felt that some of you, mashallah, because we have just done this 7th chapter, I've seen that some of you, they do something at home. Otherwise, they could not answer the questions. So please, barakallahu feekum, if you only do this 2 times a week, and the rest of the week is just the book close, I don't think you will benefit much, even at the end of this book. Okay, brothers? So my advice is that brothers come together, the brothers that live close to each other, 1, 2, and mashallah, the brothers in Elam Rock even 3 times a week after Fajr, coming with each other, 3 times a week after Fajr. This is outside of our class that we have. And learn in the morning. MashaAllah, that's what they used to do. So what about you, brothers? This is not a joke, brothers. This is a language, a whole language. To learn a language, you need thousands of vocabulary. You know that? Can you learn a language by 300-400 words? No. Look to the English. So brothers, please try to solve something out between each other. It's not the job of the teacher to say you have to come to his house and you to his house. No. Okay, brothers? And when you come to each other, you bring your book with you. They do what we do. You close your book, I'm going to ask you. And then you ask me. And then you close both your books and start a conversation. It starts with salam, alaikum salam, kayfa haluka, but then it goes deeper. Like, where are you going now? What did you do yesterday? If you don't know, you have the dictionary next to you, the Arabic English. And also Google Translate is helping you a lot. Google Translate. If you go to Google Translate, mashallah, most of the words are correct that I have seen there. Wallahu a'lam. Play, brothers. And a very famous dictionary, English Arabic or Arabic English, is the Mawrid. MashaAllah. It's like this thick. It's maybe 50, 60 pounds. Really expensive. I don't know how much it is in Saudi Arabia. I think the books there are cheaper. 15. Ay naam. MashaAllah. Al-Mawrid. Al-Mawrid. There's one problem with Mawrid. You have to look to the latest version. You have Mawrid 2004. You have Mawrid 2009. You have Mawrid 2010. I think you have 2010. And maybe even 2011. You're not going to buy the one of 2001. Because every year they take the mistakes maybe out. They add new words. So you have to have the latest Mawrid. Okay, brothers? You need the latest version. Okay, brothers? And I think you focus on the Arabic English one. If you just choose one, if a book is 50 pounds, the important one is the which one? Arabic English. More important than the English, Arabic. Because you have your Arabic book, so you go from Arabic to English. طيب brothers? طيب بسم الله. أعمل طبيبا. Brothers, this is حوار. انظر واستمع وأعد. Repeat. أعد is repeat. Or I have to repeat also. أعمل طبيبا. ماذا تعمل أنت؟ أعمل مهندسا. أين تعمل؟ أعمل في شركة. أين تعمل أنت؟ أعمل في المستشفى. كم ساعة تعمل في اليوم؟ أعمل 8 ساعات في اليوم. وكم ساعة تعمل أنت؟ أعمل 7 ساعات. هل تحب عملك؟ نعم أحب عملي. أنا أحب عملي أيضا. We haven't read since we started one of the dialogues. Who haven't read? طيب Baba and Abu Bakr. ممتاز. Everything is clear about this حوار or other words that you want to know? Like what? Like what, brothers? Sharika and Mustashfa and طيب, we will go through that inshallah. Brothers in Islam, the first sentence, it may be strange to hear, that's the most important one. Only the first sentence. Because that says, how do you say I work as a? It's أعمل. أعمل. You say أعمل and then you say the job you're doing. It's very important. And what do you work or what kind of job are you doing is ماذا تعمل. It's the most important thing of this whole chapter. Because how do you start a conversation? How do you say what kind of work do you do? ماذا تعمل أنت or ماذا تعملين أنت if it's a woman. But let us focus on the masculine now. How do you say I work as a carpenter? Who knows? This is the word we have done now. تفضل أخ. أعمل نجارا. I work as a policeman. أعمل شرطيا. Not شرطي, شرطيا. Why is the fatha? I work as what? You know the what issue. You know after أعمل you get two fatha. How do you work as a chef? أعمل طباخا. نعم أعمل طباخا. I work as a grocer. أعمل بقالا. اللهم بارك. ما شاء الله. نعم. Just double check. I work as a driver. أعمل سائقا. You see how important the أعمل is. So how do you say what do you work? ماذا تعمل أنت? To be honest, the أنت is only for emphasizing. Because the أنت is already in the تعمل. So if you say ماذا تعمل, everybody knows you're speaking to a man. It's just like the answer. You can say أنا أعمل, I work as, أنا أعمل, but the أنا is already in the أعمل. So, تفضل. يعمل. The he is يعمل. When the ya comes, it's the he form. يعمل. نعم. He said أعمل مهندسا, and that is everybody knows. أعمل مهندسا is I work as an engineer. What's مهندس? Engineer. أين تعمل? Where do you work? أين تعمل? أعمل في شركة. I work in a company. Very good. I work in a company. What's شركة? Company. No, the picture is not... he said, why don't we say like factory? Brothers, شركة is company. I'm going to write for you factory. Write down, brothers. You can put it somewhere in the page. You know, sharika comes from the word sharik. Sharik. Sharik is like me and you make partnerships. Yes, sharik. And that's the word shirk. Comes from that shirk, you know. Shirk. Wal-'iyadu billah. May Allah save us. Yani. So, sharik is me and you, we are sharika. You know, you see, like Mustafa and Co. You know, company, Mustafa and Co. Farhan and Co. Yani, mashallah. Okay, company. So, sharika is something you do with each other. Sharika. Okay? Sharik is like your partner. Sharik, if you say sharik, it's like, oh, it's almost like, you know, you're sharing the life each other. Okay, brothers? So, brothers, he wants to know factory. Because to be honest, the picture, it looks like a factory, but it's sharika is company and nothing else than company. So, what is factory? No, company is masna'un. Sana'a, he made. Sana'a, he made. That is factory, brothers. Can somebody look, if you see this, put on the board? Barakallahu fiqh. I don't write very clear, but yes, alhamdulillah. This word is also important to know. Just like sharika, you have to know what masna is. Masna'un is factory. So who can give us like the difference between a company, even English, in English, difference between the company and a factory? Who knows? تفضل.
Company is anything,
نعم.
any business, and a factory is a specific type of business. It does something in everything.
Okay. Because I know Yusuf asked me maybe 1 or 2 weeks ago, difference between, what is, as far as I know, in a factory, they make something, isn't it? They make something. And sharika, they can make?
Can make like can do service.
You come with both.
No, you don't.
Can be anything.
So it's a bit like,
For example, in a company, okay, you can have a factory, and you could not work in the factory and work for the company. So it's like a department.
okay, okay,
If you think of the word business and office, it's like similar to those kind of things.
نعم. But a factory is always making. نعم. Factory. نعم. طيب. أين تعمل? Where do you work? أعمل في شركة. I work in a company. He didn't say the company. In a company. Otherwise it was with the L. أين تعمل أنت? Where do you work? أعمل في المستشفى. I work in the hospital. المستشفى is the hospital. Very important, brothers. المستشفى. Most of you already knew the word, I think. المستشفى is the hospital. Okay? Like I said, something might happen to you while you are doing Hajj, Umrah. Okay? You have to say, I want the mustashfa, to the sa'iq, to the driver, al-mustashfa. Okay? كم ساعة تعمل في اليوم? What's that, brothers? How many hours do you work في اليوم, in the day? في اليوم, in the day. كم ساعة? كم is how many? ساعة, hours. It's hour. ساعة is hour. But because with the كم we only use the single form. كم ساعة تعمل في اليوم. We will have in the second line the plural of ساعة. That's ساعات. Okay, brothers? So he says, أعمل ثمانية. I think they corrected it maybe later on. It's ثمانية. It's with the fatha on the ya. ثمانية ساعات في اليوم. I work 8 hours in the day. What's ثمانية ساعات? نعم. From 3 to 10, if you say from 3 to 10, you have to use the plural form. 3 hours. You don't say ثمانية ساعات. No, ساعات. You have to use the plural form. So, what important is now is ساعة is an hour. ساعات is hours. That's the most important now. في اليوم, in the day. أعمل, I work. Okay, brothers? I hope it's clear. وكم ساعة تعمل أنت? What's that?
How many hours
And how many hours do you work? He said, أعمل 7 ساعات. I work 7 hours. هل تحب عملك? Do you love or do you like your work? هل تحب عملك? The response is نعم أحب عملي. What's that? Yes, I love my work. So how do you say my work? عملي. Your work? عملك. It's only here عملك because of a situation. But it gets a dhamma normally. عملك. Because of the what? You know the what situation. Do you love? What do you love? Your. You can answer with what? So it gets a fatha. Okay, brothers? And what is أيضا? Also. نعم. أنا أحب عملي أيضا. أيضا is also. Important. أيضا. How do you say I also? أنا أيضا. Am I invited? Yes, you also. أنت أيضا. Okay? أيضا. You might go from here, from the classroom, and you come back tomorrow, you say, no, also is the other word. It's correct. The words used for also is كذلك, like in the Quran, and أيضا. كذلك and أيضا also. Okay, brothers?
When you have أعمل سبعة, is it the ayn has a fatha because of, is it the same rule? أعمل what?
Yes. What do you work? 7 hours. 7 ساعات. So, what are the important things of this حوار? Who can say them? أعمل. ماذا تعمل أنت? And also a few words, that is شركة, مستشفى, مصنع. نعم, and أيضا. I think those are the important ones. The also, the أيضا. Yeah, they are known. They are known. أيضا. نعم. So brothers, everybody of you knows where the important words are. And then we go to the next حوار inshallah. A bit harder than the first حوار. But don't worry inshallah. الحوار الثاني, the second حوار. انظر واستمع وأعد. Look, listen, and repeat. This is a حوار between who? الطالب الأول, the first student, والطالب الثاني, the second student. You see how important it is to know the first, second, third. You know, this is where we use it. How do you say the first student feminine? الطالبة because it's a woman. الطالبة الأولى. And the second student feminine? الطالبة الثانية. Very good. ماذا سنعمل بعد الدراسة؟ أنا أدرس الطب في كلية الطب. سأعمل طبيبا إن شاء الله. أنا أدرس الصيدلة في كلية الصيدلة. سأعمل صيدليا إن شاء الله. أنا أدرس التمريض في كلية التمريض. سأعمل ممرضا إن شاء الله. أنا أدرس الهندسة في كلية الهندسة. سأعمل مهندسا إن شاء الله. أنا أدرس الطيران في كلية الطيران. سأعمل طيارا إن شاء الله. أنا أدرس التربية في كلية التربية. سأعمل مدرسا إن شاء الله. See nobody laughing after hearing this حوار. Don't worry, brothers. This is easy, inshallah, for the one Allah has made it easy for. We see a lot of issues here. First of all, ماذا سنعمل بعد الدراسة? So ماذا is what? We have done أعمل in the previous page. أعمل طبيبا, I work as a doctor. We have done until now in the book that أعمل is I work. أذهب, I go. You know when it starts with a, I. The you is what? With the ta. أنت تعمل, like in the previous page. تعمل, you work. But we have also the noon, and that is new now. We have also done the he form, ya, يعمل. يذهب, he goes. But نذهب, we go. نعمل, we work. So the noon is for the we. The noon is for the we. And that's very easy to understand because like أذهب, you know the I is for I. Because I is أنا, starts with a.
That's why it's there, innit?
And نحن is we in Arabic. So it's very easy to know that نحن is we. So the verb starts with the noon. From نحن, what is we in Arabic? نحن. What is we? You know, you might look in the Quran and see نحن خلقنا, نحن قدرنا. You know, we created. In the position of power, and Allah is the most powerful, نحن, we. You know, sometimes the queen talks and said, we did. She talks, you know, once a year. On TV, she said, we did and we made. You know, kings and queens, they talk like we. They mean themselves, but if you say we did, it's just like a power form. So, if Allah says nahnu, it's not there are multiple. It's only Allah. Okay? Nahnu. In Arabic, if you say nahnu, if a person speaks about himself by using we, nahnu, that shows like he's like a governor or, you know, like the president of a country. So, if Allah says nahnu, that doesn't mean that that there's a plural or lot. It's just Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And He's the most powerful. The royal? The royal we. MashaAllah. Allahumma barik. The royal we. MashaAllah. Jazakallah khairan. Wallahi, I see this as a big benefit. I see this.
So in the you just put the first just now. And verb.
So just one moment. نحن, royal we. تفضل, عندك سؤال؟
Any verb, if you wanna put it to me, you just use the na.
Na. You eat, تأكل. What's we eat? نأكل. You go, تذهب. I go, أذهب. We go, نذهب. You do, تفعل. We do, نفعل. They. هم يفعلون. But yeah, mashallah. That was a trick. I was not expecting that one. Brothers, ماذا? First of all, if you want to teach a person what سنعمل is, you have to remove something. That's the sa. Sa's for the future. Sa's for the future. Brothers, sa's for what? Future. So just remove sa. What is نعمل? We work. سنعمل? We will work. What are we going to work? بعد, after the study, الدراسة. Don't say what is الدراسة, because we had the whole chapter about الدراسة. So, but you say, what's الدراسة? طيب brothers, what is ماذا سنعمل بعد الدراسة?
What are we
Going to work after the study. Yani these are students talking with each other about after the graduating. What are they going to what kind of work are they going to do? أنا أدرس الطب. الطب, my brothers, is very easy. Because طبيب, like I told you, is in this word. طب, طبيب. So a doctor, a طبيب, what does he study to become a طبيب? Medicine. So أنا أدرس الطب. I study, أنا أدرس الطب. الطب is medicine. So, you know this whole حوار, they start with the مادة. What's مادة? Subject. We have done al-mawad. So they start with the subject and then the mihna, yani the occupation. So I study at-tib, medicine. Everybody knows what kulliya is? Faculty. في كلية الطب, in the faculty of medicine. سأعمل طبيبا إن شاء الله. What سأعمل طبيبا? I'm going to, because sus future, I'm going to work as a طبيب إن شاء الله. أنا أدرس الصيدلة. Who doesn't know what صيدلة means? Who doesn't know? Brothers. الصيدلة is pharmacy. I study الصيدلة pharmacy. في كلية الصيدلة, in the faculty of pharmacy. سأعمل صيدليا إن شاء الله. I'm going to work. سأعمل. I'm going to work as a pharmacist. So a person says to you, I'm a pharmacist. أنا صيدلي. It's not صيدليا, it's because of the situation. Because of the what situation? So you remove the two fatha. So a صيدلي is a pharmacist. The subject that he studied to become a صيدلي is a صيدلة. You have to see it like that. The subject is صيدلة. The person is صيدلي. And then we go to the tamrid. Who doesn't know what tamrid is? Everybody know tamrid? أنا أدرس التمريض. التمريض is nursing. It's close to the word marid. When you are ill or sick, you are marid. أنا أدرس التمريض. I study nursing. في كلية التمريض. In the faculty of nursing. سأعمل ممرضا إن شاء الله. I'm going to work as a ممرض, a nurse. نعم. نعم. ممرضة is female with the ta. This is male. صيدلي male. صيدلية female. طبيب طبيبة. It's only the ta that makes the difference. So what's ممرض? Nurse. Yeah, what is a nurse? What's mumarid? Nurse. What does the nurse do? Yani, when you are sick or ill, you go to the hospital. First, the nurse comes before the tabib, the real tabib. The nurse is doing the small things. I don't say the job is not important. It's feeling the temperature, blood pressure, you know, but the most difficult job is the tabib. The tabib comes after the mumarid goes away. The mumarid gives the things to the tabib to help. Isn't it, brothers? Or is not correct what I say? So mumarid is easier to become a mumarid than a tabib. Alhamdulillah, yani mumarid is important. If we have no cleaners to clean the streets, you know how the street will be? Al-Mumarrid does something, but the important one is who? The Tabib. The Tabib is the more important. But Al-Mumarrid is also very important. Allahumma barik. Yeah, for male patient.
Males are doctors and females.
No. Male help male, female helps female. Male help male, female help female. طيب. What is سأعمل ممرضا? I'm going to work as a nurse. So how do you say a nurse? ممرض. You know, the mumarridan is the what situation? You remove the double fatha of all of them. Mumarridun, nurse. Saydaliyun, pharmacist. Tabibun, you don't say ana tabiban. No, ana tabibun. It's of the situation of the what. I'm going to work as what? Because of the what situation, you get the fatha. Ana adrusul handasa. What's that? Engineering. I study. What's al-handasa? That's to become a muhandis, engineering. Fi kulliyatil handasa. This is how you call it. The faculty of engineering. Sa'amalu muhandisan inshallah. I'm going to work as a engineer inshallah. At-tayaran. Who doesn't know what tayaran is? Aviation. It's maybe a difficult word. Aviation.
Does it come from Iran?
No. No. It's coming from tayyar. Tayyar is a pilot, but that's what we will have at the end. Tayyar. It's close to tayr. You know tayr. A tayr is a bird. Tayr. Tayrun. Sorry? Yeah, okay. So, أنا أدرس الطيران. I study aviation. أنا أدرس الطيران. في كلية الطيران. In the faculty of aviation. Aviation. That is how to become a pilot. Aviation. You know, about planes and, you know. سأعمل طيارا إن شاء الله. I'm going to work as a tayyar. A tayyar, my brothers, is a pilot. So if you know what tayyar is, pilot, you know also what the subject is that he studies, and that's aviation. So, somebody says to you, I know what muhandis is. Muhandis. But what is al-handasa? Al-handasa is the subject to become a muhandis. What is aviation? That's what you study to become a pilot. At-tayyar. Okay, brothers? And that is a very difficult subject, I think, to learn. Isn't it, brothers? Aviation. What do you think? Expensive, eh? Expensive and difficult. Because you earn a lot, I think. That's why the study is also very expensive. And I think nowadays with a beard, to be a tayyar, having a beard, is problematic. Many people don't trust you. You say, I want to be a real tayyar. They say, I don't know what they are going to say. Subhanallah. May Allah guide us all. Ana.
Didn't you need to become an air steward, you told us?
Sahih. Yes. Air hostess, naam.
Host, not host.
Air host, naam. Naam. طيب, brothers. The last one, أنا أدرس التربية. التربية has two main meanings. The meaning in this book, in this sentence, is education. التربية is education. What's التربية? Education. أنا أدرس التربية في كلية التربية, in the faculty of education. What do you become if you learn this? سأعمل مدرسا. You become a teacher. But tarbiyah means also how to raise your children. They call it also tarbiyah. The second meaning. Yes, to educate you. And you say he hasn't got a good tarbiyah. It's not good. It's hard to say that about a person. They didn't give him a good tarbiyah. Okay? Yani the way they raised him up. Manners. Barakallahu fik. But if we talk about universities, you say Kulliyat al-Tarbiyah is the education faculty. Yeah, you learn manners there. Yes, manners, tarbiyah,
Yeah.
context.
Here it's means education.
Here it's pure education, faculty of education, tarbiyah.
In English, let's say, you know, Al-Arabiyyah, and then we go upbringing.
Yes.
After a verb, the next word, if the preposition takes fatha all the time.
If you can answer with what? I'm going to become what? Okay?
Take your fatha.
It's going to take fatha. نعم. MashaAllah, the third hiwar. Let me see, brothers. What do you think, brothers?
Yes.
بسم الله. الحوار الثالث. انظر واستمع وأعد. أنا مدرسة. ما مهنتك؟ أنا مدرسة أيضا. في أي مرحلة تدرسين؟ أدرس في المرحلة الابتدائية. أدرس في المرحلة الابتدائية. في أي مرحلة تدرسين أنت؟
أي مرحلة تدرسين أنت؟
يعني we cannot even one sentence to say in one voice. يعني we talk about jihad and big issues, but even one sentence we cannot. طيب brothers. وفي أي مرحلة تدرسين أنت؟ أدرس في المرحلة المتوسطة. هل لك أطفال؟ نعم لي أطفال. كم طفلا لك؟ لي 5 أطفال. هل تحبين عملك؟ نعم أحب عملي. أنا أحب عملي أيضا. Who haven't read any حوار since he came here? أخ ميزان و أخ عبد الحق تفضل. We go after the break, we continue a little bit inshallah. Okay brothers? After the adhan, sorry. تفضل.
أنا مدرسة
في المر. The meme is beneath the lam. This is a way, one of the ways to write the meme.
أدرس في المرحلة
الابتدائية.
في الابتدائية.
Yes.
وفي أي مرحلة تدرسين أنت؟
Yes. We can go further inshallah. أدرس
في
المرحلة المتوسطة. المتوسطة. نعم. The ta change in a ha at the end. المتوسطة. نعم.
هل لك أطفال؟ نعم لي أطفال.
لي أطفال. You can put a كسرة beneath the lam. لي أطفال. عليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته.
كم طفلا لك؟ لي 5 أطفال. هل
تحبين
تحبين عملك؟ نعم
عملي أنا أحب عملي أيضا.
ممتاز. This حوار inshallah, we will explain that tomorrow inshallah. There are a few new words like you see. Inshallah we will explain them tomorrow inshallah. Just going to take the register inshallah and then you can go. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك.
غرباء 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 غرباء